so talk to me about this necklace. What's going on? What is that?
Oh, okay. Let's see if I can. It's like stuck on my hand.
Can't take off the bucket hat though, no.
Okay, so it's a love tuner. It's 528 hertz, and you basically blow on it,
Okay.
and it helps anxiety.
No way.
Check it out. You can even
Very common.
suck on the other side.
Oh.
Same note, and trips me out. It's actually, so 528 hertz is in the key of C.
Okay.
Not C's.
Wow, amazing.
And my partner gave that to me. He was like, he noticed that I get
Oh,
kind of
that's so
anxiety
sweet.
with bigger crowds and stuff. And he's like, you need to chill. Take this whistle and like blow on it. And I was like, all right. And it actually worked. It's kind of like, how people go and like smoke and stuff like that. It kind of feels the
That's
same
your
way.
little thing. Oh, I love it. It's a lot healthier as well.
Yeah, and it actually really works. It helps. They sell these. It's called Love Tuner, and I recommend it for anybody that gets stressed or is quitting smoking or anything like that. This is like really, it's kind of
That's so interesting. I got to get myself a love tuner.
Love Tuner, yeah.
How interesting. Now, one of my favorite things about you, Nikki, is that you're just so real. Obviously as a person, but with your music too. Why do you think, I guess, authenticity is such an important thing in music?
Why wouldn't it be? I think if you're out here making music with everyone else that really loves to make music, we really love to make music. There's two different sides. It's like a war. So if I'm wanting you to hear my music, I want you to know who I am and what my stories are. I'm not trying to sell you any crap.
Right.
Like these are real stories. Sometimes it might be someone else's story, and sometimes it might be fun. Sometimes it's a complete, but the serious stuff, as far as being, serious, they're real, and it makes you feel stuff. Music is supposed to be something you feel, and I don't know, I was telling Alyssa here actually the other day that we're not supposed to be robots. So if you don't feel music, you must be a robot.
I've only met one person in my life that said they didn't like music. Isn't that interesting?
Well, they probably have a lot of stress.
They like sports, so.
Well, then they have a different way, that they vent. But it's a good way to, get your emotions out.
Absolutely, and it's interesting within your music as well, because obviously you do have the fun songs, you do have the real songs, but then you also have songs with meaning, songs with messages, songs that initiate change. You wrote one about the Black Lives Matter movement, which was incredibly special. What can you tell us about that? And what inspired you to write that day?
I had this melody, I just pretty much stopped working with this label, and I felt very stifled by them. And I wanted to make a different sound, like show my abilities and show myself like what I'm capable of doing, my range and weird things that I could, like, yeah, like these like tripping weird notes that it probably wouldn't, to some people, sound good, and I didn't care. I wanted to try that, so I had this melody of a freestyle, and then I was thinking about rewriting it and making it like a deeper meaning song, and then George Floyd passed away, and I was like, this is like a really emotional song that I have a melody, and this is a really emotional day. So I was like, okay, I wonder if I could make this about him. And everyone was like, how are you gonna do that? And I'm like, I don't know, like, I'm just, so the next day, I showed up to the studio and pretty much I had actually sat down and wrote a lot of it, and a lot of it, the rest of it was, I didn't finish it, so it came out. And we filmed it, and it was so moving that, like, when we were playing it for people, they were excited to put it out. We were gonna drop it like the next day, no distribution, no worry about anything. And then they're like, well, never mind, we can't, because all of a sudden, Justin Bieber wants to buy the beat. And I was like, what? Wait, what? And I was like heartbroken. And so I went and I don't know if that was true. I don't know if that was real, or if they just really thought that they could make some money on this beat, and it's just, for me, it was like, this is always my problem. This is my luck, like I can't put anything I love out, and I was messed up over it, and it took me months, like messed up, like crying. And
well, you loved it. You created something that you loved and were passionate about, and that had meaning as well.
Yeah, I love, when you put that much effort into something, it's not even effort, your soul, like when you put that much of yourself into something, it's like, you're pretty much like birthing something. You know, you're birthing this song.
I'm sure that's how it feels to release a song into the world. It feels like this is my baby, and I have to give it up to you, you know?
Well, that, and then for somebody to come and take this child, and it's crazy too when you're seeing everyone else, they like it too, you know, and you're really proud of it. And it just was devastating. So I spent months, and I found out that, you know, you can't copyright a chord progression, so I could just take the same chords and make the same song and go reproduce it with another producer, and that's what I did. And it ended up being kind of like this whole ordeal with the original guys wanting to, you know, be involved, and I was like, you know, I'm not even putting this on iTunes. I'm not putting this on anything. I'm putting this out not to make money. I'm putting this out because I love this song, and I feel like it would be a good message for people. It's not even about.
It's important, you know. And it's interesting. We all obviously dealt with that situation and learned about it in different ways. So the fact that you could use, I guess, your voice and your talents to tell a story is really impressive.
It wasn't even like I was picking sides. Like I wasn't saying Black Lives Matter. I wasn't saying Black Lives Don't Matter. I wasn't saying believe in God and pray. I was just saying, what would you have to lose? Like if you said, God, if there is one, and you said a prayer, even if it was just to whatever God or whatever being you believe in, you know. And it kind of came together, and it was something mainly. It kind of turned personal, you know. But I do love that song, Colorblind.
It's interesting to, I guess, hear the transformation that song went through, or the backstory behind that song. You mentioned some of the hardships with obviously the beat being taken and whatnot. The biz isn't easy all the time. I guess one of the biggest lessons that you've learned within this industry of things that just are, I guess, part of everyday life, being a musician, being a creative, being in Hollywood.
Can you say that one more time?
Yeah. Obviously, you learn so many different lessons about, you know, things happening, people taking beats, or people taking ideas, or you can't release this, you can't release this. So many different learnings. What would you say are the biggest learnings that you've taken away from being in the industry?
Don't listen to that. Like literally just, you know what, this is life, and it's so much easier. It is so easy to live and breathe and go around and enjoy yourself. And if you really want to make music, or you want to be a doctor, go and attempt to do that. You know what I mean? And don't expect if you fail, you fail. And if it blows up, it blows up. Either way, it's not that big of a deal. Everything works out, no matter what. It either works in or out of your life.
I'm a big believer that everything works out and everything happens for a reason. Like that, you know, the beat being taken from you with that song may have worked out in your favor. It probably sounds even better now than it did originally, you know?
Hey, you know what?
that's just how it goes. Everything does happen for a reason. I guess what's the next steps for you? Obviously superstardom, but what's the journey looking like for you over the next few years?
Well, now that I have this team and actually, you know, family pretty much, we have all this work to do ahead of us, and a lot of songs, but we're focusing on single by single right now, so I'm dropping something really important, let's just say that, to myself, and there's no pun intended to that, but I don't want to say too much on it.
Giving us a little tease, giving us a little, nice,
so,
keeping us on our toes.
Yeah, we're taking our time even with the videos. You know, there's no like rush that's what's beautiful about the label. We're not in a rush. We take our time to get exactly how we want it, and there's nobody barking down, you know. But you know, obviously we're gonna put it out, but it's gonna be exactly, you know, how it's supposed to.
Well, I'm so glad you have a good team around you and a good, I guess, a good family, as you call it, around you, helping you support and be creative. Obviously, I'm a creative in a different sense, so I know how important it is to be surrounded by good people. Also, good people are here because we have a whole bunch of Nikki Paige fans sitting over here. Let's make some noise for Nikki Paige.
Yeah. How's it going? What's your name and what are we doing?
Yeah, so my name is Josh Miller. Asked me a couple questions about Nomu.
Speaking of Nomu, is it all vegetarian?
Yeah, 100% plant-based and vegan. Yep.
From the burgers to the shakes?
Everything.
Is it fair to say it's the best vegetarian burger in Los Angeles?
Without a doubt.
And what's the best thing we get in the menu?
Oh, our signature, the Nomu burger. People come all over LA for our double. is fantastic. The chicken sandwich is very good as well. But the signature item, our burger, is really great. Burgers is a pretty special item. From the freshly baked brioche bun to all of our own sauces that we make. It makes the burger pretty fantastic.
Are you guys open 7 days a week?
100%.
And if people want to hit up the restaurant or where they go to?
Yeah, so you can either call us, place your order over the phone, come on in and see us, get what we call the full Nomu experience, or you can place your order online through Postmates or UberEats.com.
Beautiful. Thanks so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Good stuff.